Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this hat for adults. Now, I added a pom-pom, but you can leave it without. And the stitch here is reversible. That's what it looks like from the inside. Now, the stitch is supposed to be the 3D stitch. This is what it looks like from the inside. I was supposed to turn for every row, but I didn't. And this is the end result. I love the way that it turned out, since I do like the way that it looks from this side. So you can choose whichever side you want to wear it on. Now, I'm also going to make this hat smaller for children and for babies, so stay tuned. Okay, so I hope you like it, and without further ado, let's get started, and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this medium or Aran weight yarn. It's called Cascade Yarns Pinwheel Yarn. Now, this is in the color, let's see, there's a color. It says color 26. It's a variegated yarn, so we are going to have some variation in color here. So now, to begin, we're going to make the brim first. So I have 8 chains. If you want your brim wider, you can add more chains. I'm just going to have 8 chains. Now, beginning into the second chain from the hook, we're going to make a single crochet and 1 single crochet on each one of the chains. So that's 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets. Now turn, chain 1. Now for this row, we're going to make single crochets, but we're going to go through the back loop only. So into the first single crochet, make your first single crochet. That's 2. Through the back loop only, single crochet. That's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets, turn, chain 1, and repeat. Insert your hook through the back loop and make a single crochet on each one of the chains. And you're always going to finish with 7 single crochets. This is how I'm going to continue for the rest. I'm going to do about 70 rows, not exactly sure. I'm just going to measure this around my head, and based on that, I'm going to make this hat for myself. So continue like this, and I'll meet you right about the 70th row. If not, continue watching, you'll see how many rows I'm going to do exactly. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of that row. Okay, I finished making my brim. This is what it looks like. I did a total of 70 rows, and as it is, without stretching or anything, it's measuring about 15 inches, which is about 38 centimeters. Now, I put this around my head and it fits perfectly. This brim here is very stretchy, so make sure that you do the same. Okay, so here, what we're going to do is we're going to join both ends. So I'm going to go here on top of the first stitch on this side, and I'm going to grab this loop, bring it through the front, chain 1, and then again insert your hook through this first stitch and through the first single crochet in the back, grab a loop and make a slip stitch. Insert your hook into the next stitch and into the second single crochet, grab a loop and make a slip stitch. Now, if you notice, I'm using the same hook. It's just that I couldn't find my other one that I originally started this with. We have little hens here that play around my desk, and I can't seem to find the other one. So continue joining both ends like this, and I'll meet you once this part here is done. Okay, I finished joining both ends. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1. Now here along the top of our brim, we're going to make half double crochets. So beginning into the first row, I'm going to make the first half double crochet. So 1 half double crochet, into the next row, 1 half double crochet, and into the third row, we're going to make an increase. We're going to make 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2. Again, into the next row, make 1 half double crochet, into the second row, 1 half double crochet, and into the third row 2 half double crochets. This is how I'm going to continue all around. So continue and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row, half double crochets. I have a total of 93 half double crochets all around. Now to finish, we're going to go here to the top of the first half double crochet and we're going to join with a slip stitch. And this is how I finish this row. Now for the first row to our pattern, we're going to chain 2. Actually, I'm just going to chain 1 and turn. Now here, what we're going to do is we're going to work into the third half double crochet. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make 3 double crochets. So insert your hook like this, hold it like this, and then in there you're going to make 3 double crochets, not on top, but right along the post of this half double crochet like this. Now chain 2, skip 1, 2, and into the third half double crochet. Again, repeat the same thing. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2 again and repeat. Skip 1, 2, and into the third, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. This is how I'm going to continue for this row, so continue and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row to our pattern stitch. I have a total of 30 groups of 3 double crochets. Now here to finish, I have my last 2 chains, so go on top of the first double crochet right here and join with a slip stitch. Now for the second row, make a slip stitch on top of the next double crochet, a slip stitch on top of the third double crochet, and now a slip stitch right here where we have the third double crochet. So we're going to work 4 slip stitches. We have the one where we joined, and then the second and the third double crochet, and now here to the side of this third double crochet, another slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 3 and work 2 double crochets. Now chain 2 and jump to the next group of 3 double crochets, and into the last double crochet, which is the third double crochet, you're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. 2 chains, jump to the next group of 3 double crochets and work 3 double crochets. Now this is all I'm going to do for this second row, so continue all around and I will meet you at the end of this second row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row to our pattern stitch. Here at the end, don't forget to always chain 2, and to finish each row you're just going to join here to the side with a slip stitch into the third chain. And this is how you're always going to finish each row from here on. And this is all we're going to do. We're always going to repeat this same row. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work 2 slip stitches. So on top of the next double crochet, make a slip stitch, into the third double crochet, make a slip stitch, and then grab this third double crochet like this and insert your hook around this post and make another slip stitch. Now here, chain 3, and into this same double crochet, make 2 more double crochets. And here's the first group of 3 double crochets for this third row. So now chain 2, jump to the next group and find your third double crochet and insert your hook like this and make 3 double crochets. And that's all we're going to do. 2 chains, jump to the next group of 3 double crochets, and into the third double crochet, make 3 double crochets. So continue like this for this third row, and I'll meet you at the end to once again show you how to finish each row and how to start each row from here on. So I'll meet you at the end of this third row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row to our pattern stitch. Now here at the end, don't forget to always chain 2, and to finish each row from here on, you're always going to pinch the third chain and join with a slip stitch. And this is how you're going to finish each one of these rows to follow. Now to begin every row, you're going to make 3 slip stitches. So on top of the next double crochet, make a slip stitch. On top of the next double crochet, make a slip stitch, and hold your third double crochet like this. Insert your hook through this double crochet and work your third slip stitch. Now here you're going to chain 3 and work 2 double crochets into this same double crochet. So here's your first group of 3 double crochets for the 4th row. Now chain 2, jump to the next group of 3 double crochets, and into the third double crochet like this, you're going to make 3 double crochets. This is all we're going to do all around. Chain 2, jump to the next group of 3 double crochets, and into the third double crochet, work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. 2 chains, and so on. When you finish this row, you're going to go here to the side. Into the third chain, you're going to work a slip stitch, then work 3 slip stitches, just like I showed you here, and then repeat the same row. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but continue watching and I'll meet you at the end of that row. Okay, I've done a total of 10 rows so far, so now we're going to start reducing the top of the hat. So now for the 11th row, I did my 3 slip stitches and I'm right on top of the third double crochet of this first fan. To begin this 11th row, we're going to chain 3. Now into this same double crochet, I'm going to make 2 double crochets. Now here, instead of making 2 chains, I'm only going to make 1. So jump to the next group of 3 double crochets and make 3 double crochets. So the only difference here really for this 11th row is that instead of making 2 chains, we're going to make 1 chain. So chain 1 and then jump to the next. So this is how we're going to reduce in this row. So continue and I'll meet you at the end of this 11th row. I'm here at the end of this 11th row. This is where we did 1 chain in between each group of 3 double crochets. So here at the end I did my last chain, so I'm going to pinch the third chain here and join with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to make these next 3 slip stitches like we normally do. 1 more. Now chain 3, 2 double crochets. And for this 12th row, we're not going to chain anything. We're just going to directly go into the third double crochet of your next group and work 3 double crochets. So this is going to reduce a bit further. So don't chain anything, just make your 3 double crochets. Okay, so continue like this for this 12th row and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I finished the 12th row. Now here I did my 3 slip stitches. So for the 13th and 14th row, you're just going to chain 3 and make your 2 double crochets here. And we're going to do the same thing we did for the 12th row. We're not going to make any chains here in between each group of 3 double crochets. So we're just going to do the same thing that we did for the 12th row. So continue like this for the 13th row, finish this row, and then for the 14th row, you're going to do the same thing, and I'll meet you at the end of the 14th row. Okay, I finished the 14th row, then I did my 3 slip stitches that we normally do. So I'm here where we have this double crochet. So I'm going to chain 1, and into this same space here, I'm going to make a double crochet. Now here, all we're going to do is just 1 double crochet instead of the 3 that we normally do. So this is going to reduce the top a bit further. So all you're going to do is just 1 front post double crochet now, like this. So continue all around for this 15th row, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 15th row. I have a total of 30 double crochets. Now to finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now we're going to make 1 more row in the same way that we did the previous row. So chain 1, and here we're going to work this front post double crochet like this. So front post double crochet, same thing for the next one, front post double crochet, front post double crochet, and so on. At the end of this 16th row, you should have 30 double crochets. So I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 16th row. I have a total of 30 front post double crochets. Now to finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the last row here, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a front post double crochet here into this first double crochet. Grab a loop, take 2 loops off, leave 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet as if you're working this into a front post double crochet, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. This is how I'm going to continue for this last row, so I'll meet you at the end once this row is done. Okay, I'm here at the end. I have 15 stitches all around. To finish is go on top of the first stitch and join with a slip stitch. Now, this is going to be the last row, so I've cut my yarn and I'm going to pull this loop and I'm just going to tie a knot here like this. Now, we're going to weave this remaining yarn around so that we can close the top of the hat. So, now before we continue, try this on like this as it is. If it's too long, then go back and undo the last row that we did and then close the top. My hat is a tiny bit long, so if you don't like your hats too long, then try it on and see if you like it. I like the way that it looks on me like this, so it may not be the case for you. So just try it on as it is, and if you feel that it's too long, then just go ahead and undo this last row. Okay, so here I'm just going to weave this remaining yarn around each one of these stitches like this. Okay, so now we're just going to push this through the other side, and then we're just going to pull this like this to close the top of the hat like this, and then we're just going to tie a knot. Now I'm going to be using a fur pom-pom, so here at the end right here I'm going to attach my a button. So I'm just going to weave this and then tie it, and then when I put this part through the hat right in the center, the button will hold it in place. So here I'm just going to tie it for now like this, and it's done. This is what it looks like. There it is. I love my accidental 3D stitch. I'm not sure if I'm going to call it that, but here it is. This is what it looks like. Look how beautiful that stitch is. I love the way that this looks. I think I'm going to do, like I said, a hat in just one color, since I think that this stitch is perfect for hats for men. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so here's the hat. That's what it looks like. There it is. That's what it looks like. Now, like I said, I'm going to attach a fur pom-pom like this. I'll leave a link to where you can purchase these fur pom-poms down here in the information box. You can just look them up in Amazon. You can find them there. And there it is. That's what it looks like. So my hat is done. Now, I think I'm going to do something with this remaining yarn. I don't think I'm going to do a scarf. I don't have enough. So you can do a scarf if you like, using whatever stitch, but I'm just going to make the hat. So here it is. It's done, and this is what it looks like. So this has been today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.